Hey folks, welcome back to Bullets and Brass. Doing the outside edition today. It is gorgeous. I figured why not. So, I had somebody ask or comment that the P80 is not the same angle as a 1911, which I had said in one of my videos about the P80 build. I don't remember if it was on mine or my buddy's, but either way, same frame. And I had to go back and check because they do feel different. Don't get me wrong, they absolutely feel different. But yes, they are the same angle. And just to be that guy and make sure and you know, cover all my bases, I put them down on a piece of paper and traced along the top of the slide and then the grip angle front and back on the grip. And one of the 1911s I used has a Hogue finger swell laser grip. The other one is, you know, ultra carry from Kimber. So not perfect comparison, but absolutely right in line. If you look at the back of the grip, it's basically one line. Like when I traced it, I basically lined up the top of the slide and then slid it back to that line. And I might as well have not redrawn that line for each gun. They were all identical. And the front varied slightly because they have different grips. Meaning, you know, one's got stippling that sticks out a little bit here or there, but the angle was pretty consistent. I mean, you're talking half a degree maybe, and most of that comes down to the Hogue on the larger 1911. That one, yeah, it's rubber added on top of the metal, and it isn't the exact default standard angle anymore. But it's close enough that if you average out those finger swells, you know, it's the same. The reason it feels different is that it's physically a different dimension. Front to back, they're actually remarkably close. Ironically enough, the Kimber Ultra Carry was the shortest front to back, whereas the Hogue added some from depth to the front. The difference is the thickness. The P80 is a Glock style double stack polymer frame style grip in the old school style, very squared off, rectangular, blocky, and it's a little better to me than the older Glocks, but it's still pretty squared off. So it changes how your fingers wrap around it, which changes the perceived angle. Don't get me wrong, I understand why people think it's not, because when you bring it up on target, for me, if I've been shooting my 1911s, it points high. Every time. I have to practice with that gun regularly and remind myself that I'm using that one and not a different one, or I point high initially. You know, it adjusts real quick, but when you, from the holster on target, open your eyes, it's always high. I am not sure. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm correct that there are P80 frames that are not that angle. That is a certain models are that angle and certain ones aren't. So the person who commented isn't really wrong. They're just wrong about that particular frame. But I thought I'd clarify that. That's an important point if you're shopping these, because a lot of us don't particularly like Glock because we don't like that angle. Standard Glock frame exacerbates it.